Wasn't expecting to be making a video so soon after the last one, but Adobe just announced that they'll be shutting down Adobe Flash, as I still call it, cause new names as we all agreed on from Twitter. And since for some reason there are still some people that rely on Flash and are now suffering the consequences of Adobe's actions, I decided to make a little message for those who are suffering from this and give them some alternatives. That was bad. In this video, I'll be covering 3 free Flash alternatives. And I'll only be covering free alternatives because I've only used free software since I'm broke. And I want to say something from experience. Just a disclaimer, never used Flash, like, in my life, ever. I've only seen it, like, online from other animators that were still using it. But I think I still have information to, like, give you something. Starting off with the most accessible one that's the most similar to Flash, again, from what I've seen, is Wicked Editor. It's a very simple program. Like Flash, it was vector-based entirely. From what I've seen of the Flash UI, the Wicked Editor UI is very, very similar. It allows for frame-by-frame and tweening animation, and it also has coding. So if you are coding stuff on Flash, you can still do that. Another good thing about Wicked Editor is that it's web-based. You can run it on the browser, but it's also downloadable, so you can test it out, see if it works for you, and then download it if you prefer it to be downloaded. But as I said like 2 seconds ago, it's very, very simple. I mean, it is very good, but for me, it's more of a storyboarding program. But that's because I use the next contestant, OpenToons. That one is a bit more complex, but it can also be as complex or as simple as you wish it to be in both workflow and results. Like, here's an animation I did with OpenToons. A finished one. It's good, but it's nothing to write home about. But as a demonstration for the complex part, Studio Ghibli uses OpenToons in their movies, if that puts it to perspective. Again, a bit more complex. I consider OpenToons like a free open source version of Toon Boom Harmony. If you're familiar with that program and decide to want to migrate from Flash to Toon Boom, very similar stuff from what OpenToons has to offer, so save yourself some money. I'll give an honorable mention to Clip Studio Paint. That one's paid, and I haven't used it since, you know, I'm broke. But from what I've seen, it's fantastic, and I know a lot of Japanese animators use them. For the Western animation industry, yeah, I'm not so sure, but it looks good. It looks like a fantastic piece of software that I would use. Actually, Plan 3 uses Clip Studio. But now, if you are migrating from Flash and you want something extremely similar to Flash, of course there's Wicked Editor there, but there's also a much, much closer alternative. And its name? Victorian Giotto. That program is straight up Flash. Which version? I don't know. Again, not a Flash user. Matter of fact, you may have already heard of Victorian Giotto because Alan Becker has mentioned it in the past. From what I've seen of Flash and what I've seen from using Victorian Giotto in the past, it is just a recompiled version of Adobe Flash. The program's discontinued, so you'll have to download it from a third party, but it still works. So, you know, I'd still recommend it. I'd still recommend checking it out. So yeah, there you have it. 3 free alternatives to Adobe Flash for all the migrainers. Is it migraine? It's migration. It's migration. I've been saying it wrong this whole video. Check out these alternatives. Maybe look for more. Because, you know, 3 may not be enough examples for you. There are many free animation software, good free animation software. If I had to distinctively tell you which one to check first, of course check them all out. They're all free, so you're not losing anything. From personal experience, I tell you to check out OpenToons first, because it is a fantastically crafted piece of software that is definitely gonna do your job, no matter how simple or complex it is. But if you want something extremely similar to Flash, check out Victorian Giotto first and then Wick, and then check OpenTunes last, since it's the most different. But yeah, I hope this video was at least a little helpful for you. I just wanted to make this video since the YouTuber from who I found about the whole Flash situation that's going on right now asked for software suggestions at the end of the video. So I figured, hey, I have experience with animation software, I can mention some. So yeah, hope this helped. Bye!